All right. So here is an example of Europe basically getting ahead of the United States. So we've already dropped to 42 position in the world in technology um, globally, and now we're going to drop further because of the SEC. We have a law right now, it's sitting in the Senate that's been put on their calendar that would allow this. Europe is already getting ahead in crowdfunding, and here is a group called Symbid. Now, Symbid is even licensing out the technology. Here it is with MBK crowdfunding to other European countries. This is a Dutch, so they're taking their platform and licensing out. As you can see, it is the same thing. Look at the landing page, just a different header. Now, we're going to be doing the same thing, but in a very different way, but similar to them. So basically, what's Symbian doing? Well, what they're doing is actually creating, what they're going to make money off is off the float. And that's the same thing we're talking about. That's the real money. Whoever can establish, a service, and there's a mass amounts of float, that's opportunity. And here's an example. They've got 100 million, 100,000 euros here, 150,000 euros here, 20,000 euros here, and so on. Let's kind of click on here and discover more ideas. So here are some more ideas right here, as you can see, right? So these guys are going to be making money off the float as this takes off. All right, the amount of float, that's the amount of money. Here is, I know these guys here, they're trying to raise funds. These guys have been doing crowdsourcing this Rory guy for a long time. So a lot of folks are going to be getting into this, and really what Symbian is doing, and I'll show you some other information here. Here, even some more ideas. So it's all about what these guys, I believe, their business model is the float model. Now we're actually bringing in some other business models to this, but this is really exciting because ultimately, what it means is it's happening. Equity-based crowdfunding is happening in Europe. It can't happen in the U.S. because of the SEC restrictions. We have a number of bills in Congress that need to pass. So if a lobbyist or anyone, they need to. Here it is, putting up your idea. It doesn't cost anything. I have no business idea. You can put up the money, right? This is what the only thing that I'm concerned about is what you're putting up your idea, and they're actually not protecting it or anything, right? So you have a choice here, visible to all your plan. All your plan is also will be funded and searched, blah 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 blah, or hidden. Okay, so it's up to you how you're going to do this. So this is some really interesting, development here. And let's go to another page here. Here's their FAQ. Cool thing about Google, you can translate it and read it. I've also put this up on, our open micro seed crowdfunding. So these guys, I don't see where these guys are taking a cut of the percentage of the money. Um, you know, so in reading this, what I gather is that actually when they raise the money, it sets up a bank account on Symbid. And you can always pull away, but if they do, they take the money back. So it's like as long as you keep the money again in their float, um, they manage. I don't see them taking any fees or anything else out of this equity crowdfunding. And it looks to me too that you can actually sell or move your idea um, to it. So it's very interesting. Again, this is translated, so it's a little awkward in English, but it's definitely something to look at. Symbid is the future. It's here, and it's in Europe. And if America does not get their act together, does not pass this law to allow crowdfunding, equity-based crowdfunding in the United States, we're going to be plunged into the dark age. Heed my warning, okay? If you know a representative, if you know someone, let them know. Pass the Entrepreneur to Access to Capital Act, HR 2930. It's important.